Hi, my dear student. Good morning, everyone. Today, we want to discuss about the basic idea of metallurgy because it is very important to know about the basic idea about the metallurgy. So, student, it is very important to know the basic idea of the metallurgy. Again, I am here, your chemistry teacher, Dr. Biswajit Gayan, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry from your college, Dr. Sujit Chandasur, Institute of Technology and Sports Complex. So here, if you are looking that there is a blast furnace which is very important in the metallurgy. So in next few slide, we will obviously discuss about this, the importance of this blast furnace and this all thing, that is hot air, slag out, molten slag, then limestone, coke, ore. Yes, we will go through that in this topic or in this class. So if you ask me what is metallurgy, it is basically the study related to metal or extraction. So this is basically, in nature, metal is not present as element, that is free metal. In some cases, iron is maybe possible to present in the free state, but other metal, yes, it is not possible to present as a free state. Yes, platinum is also may be present and gold, but most of the element or metal are present as their salt, that is in the form of the oxide, sulfide, sulfate, carbonate, and lots of things. So they are present in the nature as the salt, so they are present as a in the cation form. So again, if we go through this line, that is what is metallurgy, this is a domain of material science and engineering, the physical and chemical behavior of the metallic elements. Okay, so this is basically the study of the metallic element, and mainly it is deal deals with the extraction of the element, and not only extraction of the element, their inner intermetallic compound, their alloy, their properties, and lots of things. So metallurgy is basically comprises of three steps. In metallurgy we can summarized or conclude it in three steps, that is, in nature the metal are present as a ore, not in the free state. So first is the concentration of the ore, then isolation of the metal from the concentrated ore, that is, when we get ore from the nature, there will be lots of impurities. So first step is the concentration of the ore, then isolation of the metal from that ore, and the last step is the purification of the metal. So this three step is the backbone of metallurgy. So now some basic term about the metallurgy. So there are two things, that is mineral and ore. Mineral and ore, two are different. So mineral is a solid, naturally alkalic occurring inorganic substance formed by geological process. So minerals is the anything that is obtained in the nature and it is formed by some geological process. But if you consider ore, then again it is also a natural occurring solid material from which a metal or valuable mineral can be extracted. So try to remember, mineral is a material which is formed in geological process, but ore is a solid from where a particular metal atom will be obtained. So a number of the ore is possible, but or basically mineral is possible, but ore is mainly one or two because from where we can get that metal, because where the concentration of the metal is very high and from that we can extract the metal, then that natural occurring matter is called ore. So there is a difference between mineral and ore. So ore are very particular, but mineral are all. So here another term, that is flax. So this is a kind of chemical which is used to cleaning process of the ore or purification of the ore. So we'll go to the details about this flax and other thing. Now another thing, that is slag. When we use flax and it is reacted with the ore, then it form some material, that is waste material. So that waste material are called slag. That waste material is separated from the metal during the extraction of the ore. So when this material is removed, then the concentration of the metal is increases in the so yes, the slag first, if you add flax, then it produce slag and this can remove and it make the concentration of the metal ion in the ore. Then gonge. In mining, gonge is the commercially worthless material that surround or is closely mixed with a unwanted mineral in an ore deposit. So these are basically impurities present in the ore. So now I want to discuss about the technique by which we can extract metal from the ore. It is a process of removing impurities or undesired material from ore, leaving behind the required material. So first is the concentration of the ore. So this is the process, that is we will remove the impurities, then obviously the percentage of the metal or basically there will be salt form will be increases, so it will be fruitful for the metal extraction. So different process follow in this case, that is hydraulic washing, that is by water, then magnetic separation if the compound or the metal is have some magnetic property, then magnetic separation, fourth flotation process, then leaching. So again I want to go one by one, that is in details. So here some metal and some they are ores. So if you consider aluminium, here the bauxite is ore because here the chances of the getting of aluminum from the bauxite is very high, so that's why it is ore. Now if you consider iron, then hematite, magnetite, yes, these all are the oxide form, and from that we can get the iron with very good percentage. In case of the copper, that is copper pyrites, it is the sulfide form, and there will be presence of the iron also. And if you think about the copper glans, then again it will be sulfide form, but if you think about the cuprite, then it is in the oxide form. For zinc, yes, there will be different type of the for different metal, different named ore are present. So here this is a table I will discuss later about this thing. Now the another thing, that is pyrometallurgy. Pyrometallurgy is nothing, that is we use heating in this extraction of the metal. So pyrometallurgy is classified into following categories, that is calcination, roasting, smelting, refining. So calcination is again actually heating the ores, roasting at higher temperature, smelting is like same thing, and refining is the, we will know that the refining is the another process. So calcination, first if we consider the calcination is the heating to high temperature in absence of air or oxygen. So if we heat the ore, then in absence of the oxygen, then the following thing will be possible, that is if you take the zinc carbonate, then if you heat it, then it will be converted to the zinc oxide. So here the, if you consider if carbon dioxide is eliminated as a gas, then the concentration of the zinc in the zinc carbonate, or the actually the in ore, the concentration of the zinc is increases. Same thing for the calcium carbonate. Carbon dioxide is removed and the concentration of the calcium will be increases. In case of alumina, yes, again the same thing, that is if you perform the calcination, then the concentration of the metal increases in your matter. So here the purpose of the calcination, this is remove the volatile impurities, to remove the moisture, that is in the case of bauxite, make the mass porous. Now the another thing, that is roasting. The in this process, the strong heating of the ore in presence of excess amount of air. Student, when we are saying about the air in concern of chemistry, you always think about the oxygen, because if you consider the composition of the air, it is composed by oxygen and nitrogen, and you know that the nitrogen is inert, so oxygen is very important, or basically only oxygen can react with the material. So that means in presence of the air means in presence of the oxygen. So here the first one in absence of the air, and second one in presence of the air. So here the purpose of the roasting, to convert the sulfide into oxide. So some of the metal are present as a sulfide form, so that can be converted to the oxide, and here in this process we can remove sulfur, arsenic and others metal or non-metal by forming gas. Again in this process, as is the heating process, remove moisture and to oxidize easily oxidizable substances. If there will be some other chemicals or material is present, then it will be oxidized very easily, and then it is help to separate the thing. And this process is mainly used for the sulfide ore. So here the sulfide ore, that is zinc. So if you heat this thing in presence of the oxygen, then the zinc sulfide is converted to the zinc oxide. So then the reduction of the zinc oxide by carbon and other thing is very easy, and ultimately we'll get zinc. So here the difference between calcination and roasting. So student, I um, gave you the assignment, that is the difference between calcination and roasting. So please go through this, go through the supplied note to you, and you prepare yourself for your examination or your lesson. So here the similarities between calcination and roasting. Now smelting. So smelting is the another form of extractive metallurgy. Its main use to produce base metal from its ore. Base metal means sodium, potassium, etc. Smelting makes use of heat and a chemical reducing agent to decompose the ore. So here heat and plus another thing, that is chemical reducing agent at a time, driving off their element as gases or slag and leaving only the metal base behind. So here we use the reducing agent as, or mainly use the carbon or coke, etc., and sometimes charcoal. So in this process, if we use this carbon and heating at a time, then carbon is converted to the carbon monoxide. So if we treat this thing with iron oxide, or basically the ore of iron, then carbon monoxide acts as a reducing agent and it is converted to the iron ore or iron oxide, Fe2O3 to Fe, that is we get free metal ion, free metal element. So again same thing, and there will be, if you add calcium carbonate and other things, so and silica as a flax, then it will be converted to the first calcium carbonate is present as a impurity, then calcium carbonate is converted to the calcium oxide, and if you add silica as a impurities or flax, then silica will be removed, sorry, calcium carbonate as a slag, then silica will be removed as calcium silicate as a impurity, as a slag. So in a single step, different reaction will take place and ultimately we will get metal, pure metal. So I am not going to this hydrometallurgy. Then one important thing is the leaching. So it involves the use of the aqua solution to extract metal from metal bearing material, that is ore, which is brought into contact with the material containing a valuable metal. So obviously, and here in this aqua solution condition vary in terms of pH, oxidation reduction potential, presence of chelating agent, etc. So this is one technique by which one can concentrate the metal or extract the metal by using some chemical reaction, like by changing pH, oxidation reduction potential. So it will be depend upon on that parameter, oxidation reduction potential and presence of the chelating ligand. So solution and concentration and purification. So again I have already told you that the concentration is very much required. So here different kind of the solution concentration purification is possible, and these are the list. So after that, that is metal recovery. So sometime or however further refining is required for to get ultra pure metal. So in this case we mainly use in metallurgy, that is electrolysis. Here the obtained metal is 100% pure. And another way, that is gaseous reduction by carbon monoxide, or if you just add carbon, then it is converted to carbon monoxide, or carbon itself is a reducing agent. Another is the precipitation process. For example, major target of the hydrometallurgy is copper, which is conventionally obtained by the electrolysis. Yes, uh, when we try to extract copper, in addition to the copper, we get gold, then silver, because they are coming from the same group. So in that case, to get the pure copper, the electrolysis is the main pathway to get the pure copper. So these are the applications, so we are not going to that part. So yes, again the refining. So I have already told you about the refining process, as we are discussing about the basic idea about this thing. So I'll not go in details, because if we or in next class we'll discuss in details about the extraction of the copper or iron. So from that you will get an idea about the whole process. So these are the defined process. So this is mainly the basic ideas. Then in the next class we'll discuss about the formation of or the extraction of the metal, that is element. It may be copper, it may be zinc, it may be iron, gold, etc. So in that case we'll directly describe or discuss the thing by taking a particular example. So I hope that you understand the preliminary basic idea of metallurgy, and that will help you for the next class to understand the extraction of copper from its ore. Thank you, student. Lastly, thank you, student, for your kind attention. Thank you.